Hi everyone, my name is Ari. Привет всем, меня зовут Ari. I'm Dutch. Я голландец. Я уже 5 лет изучаю русский. So I'm Dutch and I've already been learning Russian for about 5 years. And in this video, I want to talk about a common problem that a lot of people have. And that is kind of, a lot of people are just, while practicing, just going through the motions, not really focused, not just, kind of doing what they're supposed to do. And that hinders good learning a lot. Because I'm not sure if you have heard about the concept of deliberate practice. It's something that has been made popular in all these pop psychology books that are about how to become really good at something. Already for, I think 50 years ago, this term was coined. And deliberate practice means that you really, with all your focus and all your energy, try to become better at something that you're doing. It's not just practice, like just going through the motions. It's like deliberately practicing, deliberately focusedly practicing and trying to get better and incorporating feedback. If you find this concept cool, then Google it and you'll find way more information than I'm able to tell you about it. And I just want to give you a quick example of what deliberate practice versus deliberate practice, like going through the motions versus deliberately trying to get better at something. If you just use the app, for example, Duolingo or Anki Droid, you have the app, and then you get a specific word that has been shown on the screen and you need to guess, like, for example, the word, let's pick something, kuchnia. You see the word kuchnia on your screen and then you need to think, what does kuchnia mean? And kuchnia means kitchen. So you think, kitchen. And now we're just doing, so this is the scenario. If you were just going through the motions, you see the word kuchnia, and you kind of press like, I know it, and then you see that the word is kitchen, and then next word, and you kind of see it, or I do it. You might be a little distracted with, having a cat next to you and petting it. But yeah, so you're just going through the motion and clicking and not really putting too much effort into really saying, do I actually know this word, or do I kind of have the feeling that I know this word? And that would be like going through the motion, you're just doing something, you're just pressing buttons on this app. And if you are actually deliberately practicing, that will mean that you see the word kuchnia. You think, like you say to yourself the word kuchnia. Like you start thinking kuchnia, what does kuchnia mean? Like you might even say it out loud because that helps you really focus on that. Kuchnia, and then you say kitchen, right? Kitchen, then you press, I know the word kitchen, and it shows kitchen, like, nice, I knew that I knew the word kitchen. Then you get the next word, and again, you put in some time, you don't just press the next button, because you just really think about the word and then say, do I really know this word and what does the word mean? Then you say it out loud again, that will be better to do, and press the word next. And this way you really drill down. If you focusly put your attention on the word, then it will be way better stored into your short and long-term memory, and it will be a lot easier to get a lot out of the time that you spend practicing words. So yeah, this example can be done for almost anything. Like if you're listening to a podcast or to a Russian lesson, you can either just be, cooking, for example, or taking a walk or cleaning the house, doing anything, or petting your cat again. And you just hear the words, but you kind of don't really think too much about them. And if you are deliberately practicing, it means that you sometimes, like you pause a tape, like you're focusedly listening, you put a lot of effort into, hey, saying the words again, because that's always a good thing to do. Saying the words again, stopping, listening, maybe rewinding, listening again, to really make sure you get everything. So yeah, this was for listening. The same can be said about reading. But yeah, I'll just give some examples later on how to deliberately practice on the most important parts of learning Russian. And so the main thing to do if you want to deliberately practice for something is to focusedly do something, and with all your concentration and all your effort for a specific amount of time. And the best thing would be if you can incorporate feedback. So one of the best ways to be doing this is, for example, if you're having a conversation, because a conversation already, it takes all your attention, all your focus, because you're talking to another person. And this person, especially if they're a native speaker, they're saying stuff, and it's a good level of difficulty. So you are also, you need to put in all your effort in order to understand it. We also need to make sure it's not too difficult. So, try to have a conversation, try to ask the person to speak sort of like what you find comfortable, but also not too comfortable. And yeah, make sure to put away your phone. Don't do those kind of things while speaking. Really focus on talking to the person. If you say something wrong, ask what that meant, or if the person can repeat themselves or you didn't understand a phrase. Really focus on understanding it. For listening is the same thing, like we just already spoke about that. Listen with all your attention and make sure that you understand a lot of the things that are being said, and sometimes pause it, overthink it. What did that mean? Did I understand that sentence? Like analyze everything. And if you can, say it out loud. That will be the best thing in order to improve your speaking. With reading, the thing would be, pick the book and really read everything. Say it out loud again. That's the best thing. And see if you can understand it. If you did not understand a phrase, say it again, read it again, go over it like that. Okay, so those were things, how you can deliberately practice. Now I kind of want to, at the end, give you a little warning maybe about deliberate practice for Russian, that it might not be the best thing for everyone to do, and it might not be the best thing to always do. A big problem that I've experienced myself, if I try to have a consistent, deliberate practice with something concerning Russian, is that if I'm like the first couple of days, everything's going well, and I'm looking forward to doing it, and then at a certain point I say, all right, I'm going to do this every single day for half an hour, and then I kind of start to lose motivation, because it is very mentally intensive to be practicing with all your effort, all your focus, and that can make it that you kind of start to not look forward to doing the practice. And once you're at that point, it's good to tone down the amount of time that you were spending it. So instead of half an hour, do it 50 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes even. Another thing is good that you can do at the moment to just go back through to just going through the motions with whatever you're doing. Because the main important thing is to be consistent with your practice. And once you're already consistent with your practice, it makes sense to start putting in deliberate practice at points when you feel like your mental capabilities are able to handle it. All right, so that was quite a meta-analysis of how to learn Russian and how to make sure that you get the most out of your practice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you might consider subscribing for more of these lessons, more of these sort of in-depth things on the meta-analysis on how to learn Russian and make it as effective as possible. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish you a lot of good luck with learning Russian. Bye. Пока-пока.